Hello guys, welcome to my tutorial where I'm gonna show you how to remaster an old game, even if you are a beginner, the way I did it with Vietcong. Well, the first step you're gonna take is obviously choose the game you wanna work on. After that, you go on the internet and search for any existing modifications like textures, weapons, sounds, and download some of these mods. We are gonna look into them afterwards. This is gonna help us to understand how to create a mod for our chosen game. I'm gonna start this beautiful example of my work and look into the interwebs. So here is ModDB, the hub of modifications. You are gonna look through that and you can find many modifications here. Well, then you have to search for the tools. Use Google and acquire the tools to open the game, to decompress the archives. In our case, there is a plugin into Total Commander, which can open the CBF archives in Vietcong. Here is the root folder of the game. These are my modifications, which I have already made. Here are these files. These contain all the textures, sounds, missions, models. Now we are gonna look into them. Open the tool for extracting the game files and look into some archives. Here we can see the insides of the game. Here we can locate the models, textures, and many more interesting things. We are gonna extract this and put it into a separate folder. All the contents of all these archives, we are gonna put it in one folder. And I have already done it. I have it here, extracted textures. I have already sorted it out and I have only the folders which contain textures, nothing more. Here is folder with textures for all. And here you can see all the different images which are in the game. Now, what are we gonna do with this? We can create whole new textures from photos or texture banks on the internet. Or we can, this is an interesting option, look for newer versions of the game. Like here we are working on the original Vietcong, and if the successor, like Vietcong 2, is running on a similar engine, you can find that many of the assets were improved and used in the next game. So I have successfully extracted some textures from Vietcong 2 and used it in my remaster. But the most work we are gonna do is upscaling with AI tools. So where am I? I am in a completely different folder than I want it to be. Where is my Vietcong folder? Here. So extracted textures. Yes. I'm gonna open a folder. Well, I'm gonna show you how the files are sorted here. There's a root folder called G and textures, and these are universal textures used by many levels and even multiplayer maps. And then there are specific folders for different levels. For example, French root, that's the level we have started the video with. And you can see textures which are specific for that level. I am gonna choose this folder and copy the textures in a separate folder. Now I am in a different folder again. Yes. Here I created a folder called work. Yes, we are gonna work here. Paste the textures here. Now, as you can see, the textures are in a DDS format. To work with the textures, you have to convert them into other format. Yes. So the one program I gotta recommend you is REA Converter, which enables you to convert all these textures in one go to many different formats. And then you can, after you have modified them, you can put them in REA Converter and convert them back into DDS. And then you can compress them and put them into the game. This makes the work much easier. Of course, you can just open the separate textures in some graphic manipulation program. I use GIMP, and you can convert them manually. But this takes very long time. So we are gonna use this tool. Select the textures, put them here, and we are gonna wanna convert them into PNG. Don't use JPEG because you are gonna lose quality. You can do some basic manipulations even in this program, like resizing or rotating, and that's pretty useful too. And we are gonna select the output folder and start converting. This is done pretty quickly, as you can see, much more quickly than if you would done this by hand. And it's done. So I'm gonna delete these and put those textures here, delete this folder. So now we have the textures in PNG format. Look after the textures which have transparency in them, because the automatic program can mess up. And as you can see here, the transparency was lost, and I have to do it manually. I'm gonna have to go back to extracted textures, levels, French root, textures, yes. open this in GIMP. Okay, you can see the texture of the bridge, and export as, change the extension to PNG, export. Now it's done, and we have a proper PNG with transparency. So, how to put it in AI and do a great new texture? One thing you can do is use Topaz Gigapixel. This enables you to take this whole folder, put it in, just click a button and go for a walk, make a coffee, and let it do its thing. And after some time, like this would take probably about 5 minutes maybe, depending on the output resolution, and we could put it into the game back. This is pretty fast and easy, but the results are not that great. This is the way I did it first time I did the remaster. Now I'm gonna do, I hope, most of the textures the new way I discovered with new AI models, which I'm gonna show you here. We are gonna use focus, stable diffusion. You can acquire it here on GitHub. Scroll down a bit. And here is a tutorial how to download it and how to use it. It is pretty easy. I don't know if you are really required to have an NVIDIA RTX graphics card. Maybe it is needed. I have an NVIDIA 2060 and it runs pretty good. So we are gonna run the tool. And the user interface is gonna show up. Come on. Yeah, here you can see my graphics card. Not the newest, but for my purpose, it's good bang for the buck. Now yes, Opera, and we are in a user interface. So click input image and click enhance. Then select the tab enhance, and we are gonna transfer one texture from our folder to the tool. So here we select upscale 2 times. Here select before enhancement. If you select after last enhancement, the texture is gonna look more different from the original, and it could mess things up. Now you have to wait. Depending on how fast your graphics card is, it may take 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes, depending on your graphics card and the size of the image. So cut. And here we are back. This took about 2 minutes to complete. And here we can compare the two images. This is the original and this is the AI upscaled version. You can see it looks very nice. Yeah. So the next step is to download it from our own PC to our own PC. Take the image from your downloads folder and put it here in this folder. Now, this is always a problem for me. I hope I don't mess up. We have to rename it. It was this image. And rename it. And you can see the process. Do this with all the textures. Check them. I'm gonna show you how to check for seamlessness with the textures. Here I'm using tool seamless texture check. And I'm gonna take the original texture, put it in here. And here you can see the texture is seamless. You don't see the divisions between the images. This can go many times very bad with upscaling, so it may take some tries to make it work. So the texture is done, and already we can see we are not gonna use it because of obviously this, and this is not gonna work. So I'm gonna download it, put it back into my folder. No, this is a completely different thing. And when I check it, where did it go? When I check it for seamlessness, we are gonna see this is not gonna work. So we can try doing it one or two more times. When this is not gonna work, just upscale it in a more dump tool, and this particular texture is sadly not gonna look that awesome. So do what we can do in this awesome tool, what we can do in a not so great way. Okay, so we have our upscaled texture. Imagine this folder is already full of textures which we have checked and we are satisfied with them. They are all renamed. They have the same name as these. And we have to recreate the file system from the original game, as I have here. I am lost again. Here I am dealing with the limitation of the 32-bit file system of the original game, and the upscaled textures can get pretty large, so I have to divide my modifications into many folders. So look into the folder number 1, G. Here's textures for all, that's not it. I have levels stored in the number 4, levels, French root, textures. I have manually made all these folders to correspond with the original file system. And here you can already see all the textures I have already done for the remaster. These are mostly upscaled with Topaz. But these textures of the skybox were made completely from scratch, for example. And we will take this upscaled texture, then open React Converter again. Where is my folder? Work, up. This is our folder with the finished upscaled textures. Put it here, select DDS, and start converting. One thing you have to check for is the output resolution. Sometimes it, for some reason, messes things up and the resolution isn't compatible with the game. For Vietcong, the only usable resolutions are the powers of 2, like 256, 520, 512, and like this. So if you see something like 764 by something, you have to open it in GIMP and rescale it, resize it to a usable resolution. In this case, the output is in a correct resolution, so we can use it right away. And here we have the converted texture from React Converter, and we are gonna put it into the file system which we created. I'm not gonna put it here to not mess my workflow. Just imagine I have put it here. Now we are gonna put it back into the game. We are gonna open Total Commander once again. Yeah. Here I have my folders. Right click, click compress. Check this, and we are compressing it into the CBF format of the game engine. It's done. Here we can see our compressed file. You can see it's already pretty big. And we are gonna put it into the game here. Oh yeah, I want to rewrite it. Oh, the game is running. Yes, retry. Here we go. Now we can run the game and look into the specific level and check how the textures look in our game. So I hope you liked this little video about basic modding of Vietcong, and hopefully you can do something nice yourself, either for Vietcong or any other game you like to improve. See ya!